Have you ever gone to bed with what seemed like an innocent drink? Maybe a glass of wine, a splash of juice, or even a cup of milk, and thought nothing of it? What if I told you those very choices could silently push your kidneys toward failure, trigger protein leaks in your urine without you ever feeling a thing? This isn't a scare tactic. It's happening to millions of seniors across America, every single night. And most don't realize the danger until it's far too late. I'm Dr. Johnny. And tonight, I want to pull back the curtain on a hidden truth. Your kidneys don't work the same way at night as they do during the day. After sunset, their filtration rate slows down by nearly 20%. That means they're far more vulnerable to the very drinks we often trust to comfort or relax us. But here's the good news. Once you understand this night and day difference, you can protect your kidneys with smart, science-backed choices. In this video, I'll reveal 4 bedtime drinks that quietly sabotage your kidneys and set the stage for proteinuria. And then, I'll share 3 healing allies, the exact drinks that work with your body's natural rhythm to repair and restore overnight. Stay with me until the end, because the #1 drink isn't exotic, expensive, or hard to find. It's a secret hiding in plain sight, and it might just turn your sleep into the most powerful kidney therapy of your life. Let's start with the drink that so many people see as harmless, even healthy alcohol. That nightly glass of wine or a quick shot before bed, it feels like a ritual of relaxation, doesn't it? Maybe you've even heard the headlines that say moderate drinking could be good for your heart. But here's the twist. No one tells you what may look like a friend to your heart during the day becomes a silent saboteur to your kidneys at night. Think of your kidneys after sunset like overworked night shift workers. They're running at reduced power, already conserving water under the command of a hormone called vasopressin. Then comes alcohol, barging in like a troublemaker who forces them to throw away their water supply. You wake up dehydrated, and your kidneys are left filtering waste in thick, concentrated fluid, a perfect storm for damage, and it doesn't stop there. Alcohol also spikes your blood pressure at the very moment your kidneys need calm the most. Imagine fragile filters being hammered again and again through the night until small leaks appear. Those leaks are what we call proteinuria, protein spilling into your urine, a red flag that your kidneys are under attack. The science is clear. A massive 2023 meta-analysis of nearly 20,000 people published in the journal Hypertension found that even 1 drink increases blood pressure risk. Not 2 or 3, just 1. And a landmark Australian study following more than 6,000 adults for 5 years showed those who drank just 2 to 3 drinks daily had a 59% higher risk of developing proteinuria compared to light drinkers. The numbers don't lie. Now, here's the real kicker. The problem isn't just the alcohol itself, it's the pour. That 1 glass of wine, most of us pour it too generously. A true serving is only 5 ounces, yet in practice, many people double it without realizing. That means what you think is moderation may actually be silent overload. So what's the smarter move? The safest choice for your kidneys is 0 alcohol, especially before bedtime. If quitting feels impossible, then set a strict rule: no alcohol within 3 hours of sleep. Track your pours with measuring cups and drink a full glass of water in between. These steps won't make alcohol safe, but they'll reduce the damage. But only knowing this isn't enough. Because alcohol isn't the only so-called healthy drink that turns deadly after dark. There's another one praised as the purest natural hydrator that hides a shocking risk for seniors with kidney issues. And this next danger might surprise you even more. Now, let's talk about a drink that wears the disguise of health itself: coconut water. Advertised as nature's purest hydrator, it's been praised by athletes, wellness coaches, even celebrities. You see it on the shelves with labels like all natural and electrolyte powerhouse. And yes, for many healthy young people, it truly is refreshing. But for seniors with kidney issues, coconut water can be a silent threat hiding in plain sight. Here's why. As we age, kidney function naturally declines about 1% each year after age 40. On top of that, many seniors take blood pressure medications like ACE inhibitors or ARB. These drugs protect your heart, but they also slow down potassium excretion. Put those two facts together, and suddenly that healthy glass of coconut water becomes a dangerous overload. Picture this one single 8-ounce glass contains roughly 600 milligrams of potassium. If your doctor has told you to limit potassium to 2,000 milligrams per day, then that single glass eats up nearly a third of your entire allowance all at once, right before bed when your kidneys are running on night mode. It's like dumping a heavy load onto a delivery truck that's already running out of fuel. And the consequences aren't abstract. Too much potassium in your blood leads to hyperkalemia, a condition that can disrupt your heart rhythm, weaken your muscles, and in severe cases, cause cardiac arrest. That's not theory, it's an emergency room reality. Now, let me be clear, if you have healthy kidneys, coconut water in moderation is usually fine. But if you're living with stage 3 to 5 CKD or following a potassium-restricted diet, this miracle drink can quickly become a nightmare. The safer swaps. Try cucumber-infused water, diluted tart cherry juice, or calming chamomile tea options that hydrate and soothe without overloading your kidneys. And here's a quick question for you. Have you ever thought coconut water was always safe? Drop your answer in the comments, because your story might help someone else avoid a serious mistake. But just when you think you've identified the villains, the truth cuts deeper, because the next culprit isn't tropical, flashy, or exotic. It's something most of us grew up trusting as the picture of health. Yet it quietly burdens your kidneys every single night. And once you hear it, you'll never look at that warm glass the same way again. Now let's shift to something even closer to home, that comforting glass of warm milk before bed. For generations, it's been sold as the picture of wholesomeness, the secret to strong bones, and the perfect way to drift into sleep. Maybe you remember your parents handing you a warm mug at night, or you still keep that tradition today. But here's the hard truth. What feels soothing for your mind can be quietly punishing for your kidneys. Why? Because milk isn't just a gentle bedtime drink. It's a heavy mineral cargo delivered at the worst possible time. A single 8-ounce glass of whole milk unloads over 250 milligrams of phosphorus and nearly 400 milligrams of potassium, along with a dense dose of protein. In the daytime, when your kidneys are running at peak power, this is manageable. But at night, when filtration naturally slows down, it forces your kidneys into stressful overtime, right when they should be repairing. Think of it like this. Your kidneys are night shift workers already trying to conserve energy. Pouring a glass of milk before bed is like dropping a surprise truckload of heavy boxes on their doorstep and telling them to process it immediately. The result: extra strain, faster wear and tear, and a higher risk of protein leakage. And the research backs this up. A 6-month study published in Clinical Biochemistry compared soy protein with dairy protein in people with reduced kidney function. The findings: those who consumed soy tended to preserve kidney function, while dairy protein accelerated the decline. Another trial in people with diabetes, the #1 cause of kidney disease, showed similar results. So what are the smarter swaps? Unsweetened oat milk or other unfortified plant-based milks give you the same creamy comfort without overloading your kidneys. Oat milk, for example, carries about 80 milligrams of phosphorus compared to 250 in dairy milk. And if you absolutely can't part with dairy, cut it down to half a glass, just 4 ounces, so your kidneys aren't forced into midnight overtime. Now let me ask you, do you still keep the habit of warm milk before bed? If so, drop a comment below, because sharing your story might help someone else realize they're not alone. But here's the kicker. While milk has long been celebrated as healthy, the next culprit hides behind bright labels and clever marketing. It's not just one drink, it's an entire category of so-called refreshments that deliver sugar, chemicals, and acids straight into your kidneys. And this one isn't just harmful, it's catastrophic. And now, we arrive at the number one nighttime villain. It's not fancy. It's not exotic. It's the everyday drinks that sneak into your fridge and pantry. I'm talking about sodas, fruit juices, energy drinks, even the so-called diet versions that look innocent on the surface. These aren't just bad for your waistline. For your kidneys, they're catastrophic. Here's why. When you drink a regular soda or bottled juice at night, you're hitting your body with a fast-acting blast of fructose. Unlike other sugars, fructose doesn't burn clean. It forces your liver to generate uric acid as a byproduct. And that uric acid, it's like acid rain falling directly onto the delicate blood vessels inside your kidneys. Inflammation, scarring, and protein leakage. It's a slow-motion disaster happening while you sleep. And don't be fooled by the label diet. A landmark case control study published in the journal Epidemiology compared nearly 500 CKD patients with healthy controls. The shocking discovery, drinking 2 or more colas per day, regular or diet, more than doubled the risk of kidney disease. Why? Because beyond the sugar, many of these drinks are loaded with phosphoric acid, a chemical that weakens bones, stresses kidneys, and accelerates decline. The scale of this problem is massive. A 2024 UK Biobank study tracking 192,000 people for over a decade found that consuming just 1 serving of sweetened drinks daily increased CKD risk by 45% compared to non-drinkers. Think about that, nearly half again more risk, just from something as simple as juice or cola. So how do you fight back? The simplest, most powerful weapon is clarity. Ignore the bright images on the front of the bottle. Turn it over, read the ingredients, and if you see high fructose corn syrup, sucrose, or phosphoric acid, put it back. Replace it with infused water, sparkling water with lemon, or herbal tea. These swaps protect your kidneys instead of hammering them. Let me ask you, have you ever thought fruit juice was always safe? If so, you're not alone. Many of my patients were shocked when they discovered the hidden risks. Share your story in the comments, because your experience could wake someone else up before it's too late. But here's the part you've been waiting for. We've uncovered the 4 saboteurs, the nighttime drinks that damage your kidneys most. Now it's time to flip the script, because for every villain, there's a hero. And the first healing drink I'm about to reveal may not just ease your digestion, it can set the stage for deeper sleep and overnight repair. After exposing the villains, let's bring in our first hero, and it's not a pill, not a supplement, but a simple cup of peppermint tea. You might think of it as just a calming drink for the stomach, but when chosen wisely, peppermint tea can become a silent partner in kidney repair. Here's the reality: one of the biggest nighttime obstacles to healing is not kidney stress itself, it's digestive discomfort. That bloated, heavy feeling after dinner doesn't just rob you of sleep. It forces your kidneys to work harder. Because your body is still busy processing waste instead of resting, peppermint tea changes that. Its natural compound, menthol, acts like a gentle signal of release, relaxing the smooth muscles of your digestive tract. The result: gas settles, bloating eases, and your body can shift its focus from digestion to repair. But peppermint tea does more than calm your gut. It contains rosmarinic acid, a powerful antioxidant that shields kidney cells from oxidative stress. Think of it as a nighttime bodyguard, watching over your kidney filters while you sleep. And unlike medication, it's a food-grade ally, gentle, natural, and widely available. Of course, no remedy is universal. Peppermint tea can make acid reflux worse, and it's not recommended if you have gallstones. That's why the key is wisdom. Choose pure, 100% peppermint tea with no additives. Drink it about an hour after dinner to protect iron absorption, and keep it to just 1 cup. For most people, that's the sweet spot between soothing and safe. And here's where you come in. Have you ever tried peppermint tea after dinner? Did it help you sleep or ease your stomach? Drop your experience in the comments. because your story might inspire someone else to try this gentle ritual. But peppermint is just the beginning, because while it calms digestion, the next healing drink works on an entirely different level, helping you sleep deeper, recover faster, and reduce the very inflammation that fuels protein leakage. And once you hear what it is, you may never look at your bedtime routine the same way again. Our second hero might surprise you. It isn't some rare herb from across the world, and it's not a complicated supplement. It's something you can find in almost any grocery store: unsweetened tart cherry juice. At first glance, it looks like nothing more than a tangy drink. But inside this ruby red liquid hides a rare double benefit that makes it one of the most powerful nighttime allies for your kidneys. Here's the first gift: tart cherries are one of nature's richest sources of melatonin. That means they don't just help you fall asleep, they help you reach deeper, more restorative sleep, the kind your kidneys desperately need to repair. And while you're sleeping, this drink works a second miracle: it fights inflammation. Tart cherries are loaded with anthocyanins, compounds proven in clinical trials to reduce systemic inflammation. For anyone with proteinuria, this is a game changer, because inflammation is the spark that turns minor irritation into long-term kidney damage. But and this is important, what gives tart cherry juice? Its power also makes it risky if misused. The same compounds that calm inflammation act in a way similar to NSAIDs, like ibuprofen. In a healthy body, that's helpful. But if your kidneys are already compromised, too much can reduce blood flow to those fragile filters. That's why wisdom is everything here. If your doctor clears you, start small, just 1 to 2 ounces, diluted with water, 2 or 3 hours before bed. That's enough to capture the benefits without overwhelming your kidneys. I've seen patients who swore by this ritual. One gentleman in his 70s told me he hadn't slept through the night in years. After carefully adding a small serving of tart cherry juice with his doctor's approval, he began to sleep deeper, and his morning labs showed reduced inflammation markers. Of course, every case is unique, which is why medical guidance is non-negotiable. Now let me turn the spotlight on you. Have you ever tried tart cherry juice for sleep or inflammation? Did it work for you? Share your story in the comments, I promise. Someone else watching right now is wondering the same thing. But here's the truth: even with its double benefits, tart cherry juice isn't the strongest tool we have. Because the final hero drink is deceptively simple, often overlooked, and yet proven in major studies to cut kidney disease risk nearly in half. And when you discover what it is, you'll realize the most powerful kidney medicine might already be in your kitchen. And now, we've reached our number one hero. It's not exotic, it's not expensive, and it doesn't come with a fancy label. In fact, it's so ordinary that most people overlook it. But for your kidney, it's the quiet champion: simple water. Think about it. All night long, your kidneys are filtering, balancing, and protecting. What they need most is not complexity, it's calm. And water provides exactly that. By drinking enough throughout the day and finishing with a small, timed glass in the evening, you lower the stress hormone vasopressin. That hormone normally raises pressure inside your kidney filters, forcing them to work harder. Suppressing it with hydration is like dimming the lights, letting your kidneys settle into a low-stress environment where they can actually repair. And the science is powerful. A meta-analysis published in Open Heart showed that systematic oral hydration with water was just as effective as intravenous saline in protecting kidneys from stress. Imagine that the simplest drink in your kitchen performing on the same level as hospital treatments. Even more striking, a large-scale study of more than 4,600 people found that chronic kidney disease was nearly twice as common in those who drank the least water compared to those who drank the most. That's a 40 to 50% difference just from something as basic as hydration. But here's the key: timing. If you down a big glass right before bed, you'll be up all night running to the bathroom. Instead, finish your last glass 1 to 2 hours before sleep. That way, your kidneys have time to process it, and you still wake up refreshed. And if plain water feels boring, Turn it into a ritual, infuse it with lemon, cucumber, or a few berries. It's not just hydration anymore. It's an act of self-care, a nightly gift to your kidneys. So let me ask you, are you drinking enough water to truly protect your kidneys? Think about your daily routine and share your answer in the comments. I'll be reading them all. But don't go anywhere yet. Because while we've uncovered the 4 villains and introduced the 3 heroes, the real lesson isn't just about drinks. It's about the choices you make every evening. Choices that can either push your kidneys toward decline or give them the peace to heal. And in the conclusion, I'll show you how to turn these simple swaps into a long-term shield that could change the course of your health. So here's what I want you to remember. Every small change you make tonight can protect your kidneys tomorrow. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. What matters is choosing the gentler path, one drink at a time, and letting your body thank you with stronger kidneys and better health in the long run. If this video helped you, save it so you can come back whenever you need a reminder. And make sure to subscribe and hit the bell, because we're bringing you the latest medical insights and kidney health tips you won't want to miss. This channel is here to guide you, step by step, with clear, science-backed advice. And above all, never forget you are not powerless. Even if you've struggled, even if you've been told your kidneys are weak, there is always hope. With the right knowledge, the right support, and the right daily habits, you can give your kidneys the peace they need to heal and serve you for years to come. Stay strong, stay encouraged, and remember your best health is still ahead of you.